What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic start to your week, baby. I'm back in the saddle again. That is right. I had myself a nice little couple-day vacation here. Last seen you on Friday, but had a birthday to celebrate, an anniversary, Mother's Day. A very happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Hope you all enjoyed the holiday. It has been one of the longest weeks of my life, and I feel like right back to it today. And I'm like, oh well, no days off, baby. So, oh Lord! But the Eagles blessed us with a little bit of news today, some official signings, a release, and of course, we've got the date for the schedule of release. We know that, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about all kinds of stuff here tonight, and then of course, I'll show you the updated look at the depth chart and the cap space, and I will show you those rookie cap hits again, just in case you missed it. How much these guys actually affect the cap space, all that great stuff that you need to know to get you ready for this 2024 season. But I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time here tonight. Appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing this stuff, everything you're doing to support the channel. I cannot thank you enough. Any thoughts, any kind of questions, comments that you have, let's hear them, baby. But we're live here tonight. Let's get rocking and rolling. And look, it's been very trials and tribulations, a lot of those. We'll say that. And the last couple of days have been crazy, so I didn't put together anything crazy. Just took the bottom of the Eagles picture, and here it is. But you know the home and away opponents. We've already talked about this, but on Wednesday, we will know the dates for these games. We know week 1, we play the Packers. There's some talk that the Eagles in week 2 could play on Monday Night Football, possibly against the Ravens. We shall see. But look, obviously you play the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders twice each year. But you've got the Browns, the Falcons, Panthers, Jags, Packers, and Steelers, all home games. So who will I try to see? I'm definitely going to try to be at that Steelers-Eagles game. It's going to be a good one. Let me know what games you're going to try to get to. And hell, you could be one of those traveling men. So let me know if you're going to any of those away games down in Tampa with the Bucks again. You got the Rams, the Ravens, Bengals, Saints. So some semi-close ones here that you could be attending, whether that be the Giants, Commanders, Bucks, kind of Ravens and Bengals. But you're going to have to head on down to LA or New Orleans to see a couple of those games. That would be quite an intriguing trip there. But we'll find out on Wednesday who we play. And I'm excited about it. I don't take too much into it. I'm pumped up about it. Regardless, anything that is Eagles news, I'm excited to talk to you about it. So let's go, baby. I can't wait for this 2024 season to start. And much love to you, my man, Mike. Appreciate you tuning in. And you know we're all about the truth in these parts. Hope you had yourself a fantastic weekend. Hope you enjoyed the holidays. I really am running on fumes here. I was so excited, though, tonight to come here and talk some birds with you guys because I need it. It's literally, I was fiending for it. Like, I just really wish. And look, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed the time. Got to see my mother. She is up from Florida. Let's go. So that was a nice little surprise. And it was a great weekend. But I hope you're doing well, Mike. Appreciate you, my man. And much love to you and yours. And let's keep this train rolling. You have any questions, comments, dude? Love to hear from you. Anybody out there, you're watching this later, you know you're always welcome to comment down below. But we did sign some rookies today. And, well, I have given you their cap hits previously multiple times. And I will continue to show you until the media starts repeating this because you keep it. Well, they're going to lose about 5-10 mil when they sign those rookies. That's not going to happen. So we signed 3 of them today, and you can see the pictures that the Eagles posted here. Nias Smith, Will Shipley, and then all by his lonesome, Jalix Hunt over there in the bottom right. So, you know, all 3 of these guys were top fits for me in this pre-draft process. Very excited to see all these kids get to work. Let's effing go. But let's take a look at their cap hits. And again, I've shown you all of these, but in case you've missed it, here are all of the Eagles draft picks and what their cap hits will be. And I've also taken the time to explain it, but in case you've missed it, the way it works, those numbers for those cap hits, remember, in the offseason, it is the top 51 cap hits. That is what the salary cap consists of. So you take that top 51 with all those numbers you just saw. Well, as they start signing, you'll see if they actually affect the cap or not. So in the end, only two of those guys will be affecting the cap because the 51st guy is higher than Jalix Hunt. So I think it's like 1.28. You see, Jalix Hunt is 1.024 there. So he does not even count against the cap. It is only Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. So what you do here, ladies and gentlemen, is you take that those two numbers. We're going to add those together. So those top two rookie cap hits, you can see it comes to $4,382,022. We're going to take that. We'll remember that number. Then you want to take those bottom guys, those last two of the top 51. So those lowest two cap hits in the top 51, you add those together, $2,063,535. Now, we are going to subtract this from those rookie cap hits. So that is how you're replacing them. You don't subtract all of those cap hits. You're not subtracting the top two. You're replacing them. So $2,318,487. That right there is what you are subtracting from your cap space. And currently, right now, still as last time I've shown you, it's still $27,240,681. But if you subtract $2,318,487, you get $24,922,194. Howie Roseman, you son of a let's go. That is some madman work right there. So whether you want to sign someone, you want to trade for someone, whatever your heart desires, you know that Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles can do it. And look, they are ready to make some moves here. They have an open spot. So, signing those guys, making it official, signing Sean Stevens. We talked about that. We broke him down over and over again. Excited about this kid, 4.340, had 16 interceptions the last 2 years in college. So, and, he played at Ferris State and West Liberty, I believe it was. So, yeah, competition, not exactly the same. But look, for me, kid's talented. So he's got return capability, get the ball in his hands. He's a ball hawk, got the speed. Why not give him a shot? He'll get his chance. But they did let go of Noah Togiai here. So the tight end who's been on and off this team, he is now off of the team again. So I have brought with me the updated depth chart now. We'll take a look at this every single time there is a move made. I will keep you up to date with everything that is happening here so you know what this team looks like, what we're going into 2024 looking like, where we could add, all that great stuff. So let me jump on over here. Yo, my man Mario. Appreciate you, dude. Doing well. And it was a great weekend. Got to spend a lot of time with family. It was really awesome. I really needed that. So hope you guys can all say the same. Hope you had a great weekend. And man, I'm appreciative you guys are here. It's a little bit of a late one tonight, but what a effing day to start the week. But this is how we're going to end this night, baby. Talking to birds. Let's go. Big Marshall in the house. Yo, appreciate you guys taking the time here. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously not much news here, but every single time, this is a channel for true sickos. You got to be a real effing sicko to be watching this because you want to know these things way. But I see people talking about Jordan Davis today. I love seeing that stuff. I mean, it gets kind of boring waiting, these months. And it's like, what are they following the media for talking about Jordan Davis? And, we've been laughing like, wait till they all jump back on board. And we do this all the time. And we laugh all the time. We talk about the cap hits, the cap space, all this. I see the cap space is now becoming a thing today. It's like, if you watch this show, you already knew the cap space a long time ago. And I haven't even been here for a couple days. So God help us. But that's what this channel is about. Sickos, man. And you guys like to know those rookie cap hits. You like to be able to, when someone says, well, yeah, wait till you sign your rookies, 5-10 million. You could be like, well, actually, it's only a little bit over 2 million there. And boom, 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 boom. I'm going to make you the smartest effing Eagles fan out there. That is the purpose of this show, ladies and gentlemen, to educate. And I think that obviously you guys that are sickos, we're here to shoot the shit. We're here to talk shop. That's what this is about. But we do stand up to the masses when we see lies. You guys bring them to me all the time, and I'm happy when you tag me and stuff. I'm always happy to teach the media how these things work. And over the years, I finally, see people learning how the cap works, how, just anything works, really. And it's like, thank you. That's all we've been asking, man. We just want to change the game and some people get upset knowing all this stuff. They don't want to know who's on the team. Always mad. And it's like, look, dog, don't know what to do for you. In these parts, we can't wait for our Philadelphia Eagles. I'm ready to run through a wall right now. I'll be real with you. And I felt like I was running on fumes before I got on here. That's the kind of energy I'm looking for. So appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and bringing that let's effing go. And that's what I'm talking about, Mario. You effing sickos. That seriously, I was just talking this weekend. A lot of great talks with my family and just, giving shout outs to you guys, man. I can't do it without you sickos, and I've been doing this for years. And obviously, at first, I wasn't even on YouTube. We've been doing this for almost a few years now on YouTube. But dude, you guys have been awesome from all the different platforms you've been finding me, wherever the hell you're tuning in from. You guys are truly awesome. And I always brag you guys up. Just the fact that there are real diehards out there. I have hope. I have not given up from day one. We will change the game. We'll get people talking about the cap, understanding what the defense is, what a nose tackle is, what an odd front is. Dude, just simple things that we just wish they would understand before they talk so much trash. And obviously my mission started trying to get people on board with Nick Foles and winning the Super Bowl. We did that. Obviously, I've tried to get people on board with Howie Roseman, Jalen Hurts. Well, we did that because, look, they can hate us all they want, but we will stand tall and let them hate. We'll continue to educate. That's what a true sicko is about. And I appreciate you, Mario. I cannot do this without each and every one of you sickos. So let's go. And it sure does, Brian. Go Birds. And you guys are family. And you're an extension of that. You guys get me every single day here. You see me more than a lot of my family. So you are family. But it was nice to be able to spend the time. And obviously, there's just so many things going on this week with my anniversary, with my kid's birthday, with Mother's Day. It's just so many things just driving me off the wall. But it was awesome. But like being able to see my mom, got to see her mom, got to see, dude, so many people. It was really awesome. My sister showed up. We had so many great people there. I got to see my nephews and nieces and cousins, all so many great people. And obviously spending time with Chelsea and Dominic is always a plus here for me. So I get to see him every day, but we don't ever get to sit back, relax. Saturday, we went to Hershey Park, took Dom and his cousin. So it was a great time, man. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of walking, and you guys know my feet were killing me after this damn week of work. I had swollen toes. I've never had that before. And Hershey is like hiking a mountain, dude. And these kids wanted to go all over the place. So me and Chelsea kept it real, man. But it was quite the time, dude. But family definitely rules. Brian, I'm with you. And Herschel's pissed if you can hear him in the background. I do apologize. We did not take you with. He was very upset. But it's just, sometimes family isn't allowed to go because they're crazy. And Herschel, you're just a little crazy. But, dude, Mario, I really appreciate the kind words, my man. And, I really don't think you guys understand how much you mean to me. Like, I cannot do this without you guys continuing to show up, commenting, doing all that stuff. Like, it doesn't put my stuff. There's people every show. They're like, I didn't even get a notification. I'm like, yeah, I know. YouTube hates me. Twitter, I don't know why, but I try to bring truth. And I think that is definitely a huge problem in the age of misinformation. So I get it. People have always been against me since I started on the road to victory. And all I've ever wanted to do was, find real diehards, sickos, love my birds, and try to teach people that are mad about stuff that's not real, that what is real. And I know people get upset. Well, how dare you go against ESP and Dan Cilio? Those are my heroes. And I'm like, well, dude, I understand about football more than they ever could. And I just don't know how else to explain that. And I don't care if Dan Cilio put a jock strap on his forehead. I really don't care what he's done. I've listened to him and his analysis, and he's a moron. So for me, it's just simple. I understand this stuff. So the things I do understand are what I talk about. And I know people are weird out there and get ruffled, but I know that you sickos have continued to show up, and a lot of you found me in, whether it was the Howie Roseman era where everyone wanted to fire him, or maybe you found me when I was the only one out here, Jalen Hurts videos trying to break down how he was going to develop. And I've never had so much hate in my life, so many death threats, all because I said that I compared Josh Allen's first 19 starts to Jalen Hurts, and my Lord, did people ever get offended about that? And I do apologize to all the Eagles fans that I had to make look so dumb. But I had to dog walk you because I stood up for myself. And I was like, look, you have to understand how football works, man. And you're telling me, well, the eye test, well, you see his arm straight. And then you could just hear these regurgitated lines from these idiots. And it's like, dog, I'm not going to listen to that because you don't know what you're saying. You've never watched film. You don't know what development is. And well, I sure did take them to the woodshed, and you guys were there with me every second, and you got to see over and over. And there is no one out here that had the 5 years in a row. I know you guys are still trying to give me 6 in a row, but 5 years in a row of predicting who we'd take with that first selection. Yeah, we got my selection this year, but it wasn't the first one. And as I said in that show, I wanted to go with Quinyon, and he was my favorite, but that's why I break that down. That's why we had 7 guys that we drafted were top fits. I make individual videos for each position. I do that stuff for you guys, like real sickos that want to, be part of something, want to see, hey, man, I understand why he's saying this guy would fit, why the Eagles would want to select him. That makes sense. And then we go grab 7 of them. And then we had 2 undrafted kids that I talked about as undrafted kids. So, like, I'm glad you enjoy it, man, because all I've ever wanted to do is just put, content that people could really enjoy. And I don't know why people get mad at me. And this weekend, I had a great time to reflect and just be like, who cares about those people? Like, I have so many great people, and I mean it because I have family. I have so many people that you would think support, and they don't. And it's like, you just have to let it go. You got to control what you can. And it's like, dude, I've got a family right in front of me, dude. You guys are insane. There's going to be somebody watching this. Drew, right now it's like 4 a.m. I'm not surprised he's not in, but this dude pops up. I know he's going to watch it tomorrow, but that's my point. You guys are nuts, and I love you for it. And my schedule's been nuts, but I'm doing all I can to keep up with everything and showing you guys that love. The Fan Fridays are awesome. I'm always going to try to do those, be live with you guys, have a chance to talk. So appreciate you, Mario, my man. Yo, my man, appreciate you. What's up? Do you think the fire zone will be our base defense with the 3, 4, 5-man fronts? Well, it's the same that I've broke down earlier a couple months ago, Jay, if you saw that video. But it's the same idea the past 3 years. So this will be year 4 of running those. We call it the 5-man. I like to call it 5-man fronts just because that's really what it is. Yeah, your edges are more like overhangs, but dude, there's so many different multiple schemes you're going to see, but if you're talking about a base defense, 3-4 is what people will think, but then they get confused with, the edge rushers being, outside linebackers. And that's why I try to show labels a different way. I try to show people, how I look at it. So I hope to simplify it for people, but that's, you guys can check that video out. I think I showed you like 13 different structures. So you got to see 3-4, 5-2, 5-1, 4-2, 4-1, all kinds of different things that the Eagles will throw out there, dude. You're going to see those big nickels, big dimes. You're going to see so many different packages. And I'm working on the reduce of that because, well, we've got all our draft picks. We've got ourselves, obviously, a bunch of signings and stuff going on here. So I'm going to add to that, and you'll see that defense. But the odd fronts are your base because that's what you're looking to do. And I've explained this, as the nose tackle, that's Jordan Davis. And you see the media getting so confused as to what a nose tackle. Well, he doesn't have stats. So if he doesn't have stats and he's big, you're not supposed to be big. Yeah, you are. A nose tackle literally is supposed to be a big, like 310 plus pound kind of guy, dude. In this system, you want that zero shade, one technique that he's literally right in the middle there with the center. Whether you put him on the side a little, right over him, I mean, dude, he's taking those 2 gaps. I mean, that monster could take up 3. But, you're talking about the 4-eye technique then with guys like Carter and now Milton Williams instead of Fletcher Cox. And then on the edge, you have now Bryce Huff and Josh Sweat. So that's your 5-man front. Now, we talk about it. Those edge guys can drop into coverage every now and again. They can do those things. But you have your 2 off-ball linebackers, but it doesn't always have to be that way. So you could either take off an off-ball guy, and then you've got that 5-1 penny we like to talk about. So then you've got your nickel cornerback in there. That's so, you know what I mean? You're taking off a linebacker, adding another cornerback, and you can do that by taking another edge off, and then you have a 4-man front, and then add another, to be a dime cornerback or a dime, big safety, all kinds of different things you could do. Or you could add another linebacker again. You could have a 4-2. There's so much we will break down. And I already did that for you guys. You can go check that video out. But I will do it again with all the new pieces because this is why I had all these guys as my top fits because they fit what we're looking for. And the fact that we got Quinyon Mitchell, the future, and Cooper DeJean, the Swiss Army knife, we talked about him in the pre-draft process, and I'm pretty effing excited. And Jalen Hunt, you guys know, I probably am the only person who talked about him pre-draft. I'm going to be honest with you because Nobody knew who he is. I'm like, no, I actually really like him. I look for certain skill sets, and I'm pretty sure I do the same thing that, the Eagles are trying to do, as we've seen over the years. But Jalen Hunt, man, former safety with that skill set, just he's a project, they want to say, but dude, no. Just tune in and watch. I think the kid is a stud, but so is Shipley and I Smith, Johnny Wilson. We talked about all these guys, so I'm excited about them. I made sure that we did the zoo, and I was even on them. Something happened to one ride. They waited forever, and then they didn't even get to ride it. Oh, that was annoying. Then they rode another ride. They got to go to the front, but it was stupid. It was really stupid. And then we finally made it to the zoo because that closes at like 4:30, and I was like, oh, we gotta get there. And it was awesome. I enjoyed it. Took a picture of the eagle, posted that on social media. Go Birds! But on the side of Harrisburg, no doubt, my man. And yeah, I enjoyed it too. It was a great time. I usually check out like the candy stuff and all that, like the park, but we went to the amusement park this time for the kids, and they had a blast. And me and Chelsea had a great time. The time we got to spend together, they were riding and standing in lines, and that Amtrak, John, like that is. That's legit. I enjoyed that. It started like drizzling a little bit, like the sky looked cool. It was a pretty good time. I'm not gonna lie to you, but appreciate you asking. And never, Brian, never. I got you guys here. That's what it's all about. We missed the show. Hey, and I know that, man. And I see you guys coming in, and it's nuts. I love it. I love it. I love it. And go Birds. And yeah, you were saying, little G, that is what's up. Congratulations to you and the family. And I hear you, man. Well, no doubt. Anything over 3rd and 7, I play dime. It's all about. Oh, man, they're going to be. See, the great thing is, I mean, they can play dime. They can do all kinds of stuff. But, the great thing I, explained in this most recent video, but I explain it each year. But going into this 4th year, we actually have the Godfather himself, So you're looking at a system with versatile pieces that you don't have to, a lot of people think it's like, Madden, where you get each play, you're calling a different, this is 3-4. Now we're going dime. I'm not saying you, Jay, but I'm just saying the thing you're doing is keeping a lot of the same players. Now you want a nice rotation with your edge guys, all that, but what you don't change a lot of the time is the look. Now it's like the vanilla theory, right? You're seeing the same thing, but within that same thing you're seeing, they're doing so effing much. There's so many different responsibilities and keys that they have to know within this defense. The rotations are key to this defense, the safety rotation, the corners, what they're doing within this match zone defense. So you're showing people different, or the same look, but you're doing so many different things within it. And that's why every once in a blue moon, you'll see the edge rusher drop back into coverage, doing certain things that just throws the quarterback off. They don't know what's going in. I think Vic is going to be the one that really knows how to use these versatile pieces we have. And you guys know Bryce Huff was my number 1 free agent for a reason. I think this kid's going to be perfect for what we're looking for here. And obviously, then we got rid of Reddick. Now Huff's really going to get that chance to shine and show you why I liked him so much. So, dude, I think the kid's going to ball out. I think this team is really building something special with the pieces they were able to add already in free agency. Were exciting. When we talked about the draft, going to focus on defense, get some offense. But, hey, holy Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. After that, it was like, whatever. And then it was like, oh, Will Shipley. Like, oh, well, I already got stuff on him. And then it was like, first Jalen Hunt, then Will Shipley. Dude, Anais Smith, Johnny Wilson. It's like, dude, Howie, I know you're watching, bro. Anytime you want to send me the contract, I'll sign. Ready to rock and roll with you. But, dude, yeah, I'm pumped up. But let's take a look at this team right now, why I'm so pumped up. We got the IR ready. The Raven Clark has been placed on it, so you'll see the IR, the pup list at the beginning, so you know anyone who's out and about. Now, let's look at the offense, and you can see now we no longer have Noah Togiai, so Goddard, CJ Azoma, Albert Kawebinam, Grant Calcaterra, EJ Jenkins, and McCollin Castles. So you've got some tight end competition. I still feel like you could look to add there. I would, just keeping it real with you. We talked about some trade candidates the other day, last week, whatever. Go check that video out. The top 200 free agents remaining with 20 trade targets. Go check it out. But tight ends, I think you could add to. Feel very good about wide receiver. Told you guys, I think Anaya Smith could beat out Paris Campbell, Devontae Parker, be that starting guy. We'll see. But, Saquon Barkley, Kenny G, Will Shipley, Kendall Milton. I think even TDP, Lou Nichols. I'm excited to see this offseason, the preseason, some of these back end guys, offensive line. Is Becton going to find his passion for the game here in Philadelphia? Will he show up at the Bro Barn? I'm going to try. Matt Hennessy brought in some depth there. You got McMahon and Keegan. You guys know how I feel about Keegan. I think he could push Steen for that starting spot. So could Hennessy. So we've got some competition there. Love to see it. But you brought in Becton. He's got that swing tackle capability. Fred Johnson here. I like him. And you got some young guys. Anim Dankwa was one of my undrafted free agent fits, and we got him. And I think just his versatile skill set, a project, same as Lakin Vakalahi, the Australian kid. You got some projects here. Gottlieb, Ayedze, these are athletic freaks. Jeff Stoutland, you never know. Give him to Stout and see what he can do. So totally cool with those young picks, but we'll see how that depth holds up. And then the defensive side of the ball here. Oh, yeah. Now, I told you as I work on this defensive video, I'll go back and show you. I think I'll just take it back to 12. I'm not going to put it at 11 just because I want to show you the 5-man fronts and I want to show you that nickel corner. But I wanted to throw in that extra DB, that, whether he be a dime backer, a third safety. We were talking about where this came from. If you notice, the depth spots at DB and safety are open, the same as they are for edge and linebacker. That's to show you the versatility of some of these back end players that can play multiple positions. That's why you see that DB. If you're confused as to why the hell I've got 13 starters here, just a lot of players right now. And I want people to understand, you always see people saying, this guy's going to be the next starting linebacker. And, he's an edge rusher. And it's like, all right, dude, well, let's start figuring out where they play first before we're, saying they're starting over everybody. But dude, you can see Howie is a madman and he's been adding. So, I think DeGene, the reason I wanted to show you this is because there's going to be a battle. Mitchell, Rogers, DeGene, Gardner-Johnson, Blankenship. Dude, the starting secondary is going to be very exciting. But you can see I've got the 3 interior D linemen to start this. Carter, Davis, Williams. Maybe you want to add depth there. I've seen a lot of people. I like the young talent there. I'm excited. Edge guys, I'm excited because, I hear people, we don't have anybody. You've got Sweat and Huff. You've got BG and Nolan Smith, Aquara, Hunt, Teron Jackson, Patrick Johnson. And then you got guys like Zach Bond, Brandon Smith, Terrell Lewis, who can play edge as well. That's why I have it open there, as I was explaining a little bit ago. So a lot of guys that can play. And you see a guy like Gabe Hall, another one of my undrafted fits. Dude, we got him. Let's go. So, hey, man, excited there. Sean Stevens added into that cornerback battle royale. Look at that, dude. Look at all of these corners. Got Slay, Mitchell, Rogers, Ringo, Bradbury, Maddox, McPherson, Ricks, Job, Stevens, Tyler all recently signed. And then Garner and Goodrich can also be competing there. Andre Sam, more of a safety. But, dude, holy hell, lots of competition in this secondary, and I'm all about it. And in these sports, we do not leave out the special teams, and we've got ourselves quite a list here now. And, Devontae Smith there at the bottom of punt returner, just to show you, emergency, but that's to show you we don't need no emergency. Look at the amount of spaces I had to have for return men. Yeah, Howie. This is something for years, oh, man, are we going to get a return? We've got so many mother effers. I think Anaya Smith is going to be that guy on kick return at least. Now, Britton Covey might lose his job, even though I love Covey and he was one of the best return men in the game. If you're only bringing that to the table and you've got a guy like Anaya Smith, Isaiah Rogers, Cooper DeJean, Will Shipley, Sean Stevens even, long shot to make the team, but you never know. So these guys have return capability. Tyler Hall, Campbell, so many possibilities here. I just love that there is competition. So all about it. And then you see the specialists, obviously, Jake Elliott, Mann, and Lovato. Let's have him go. And we know the cap space currently, right now, if you were to look it up, it is $27,240,681. Now, we talked about it earlier in the show in case you missed it, but you can go check it out. The rookie cap hits. You're only taking off a little over $2 million, so you're going to have around $24.9 million once you do sign all those rookies, and we can do whatever we please. So I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you are too. But that's all I've got for you tonight. Get over to these comments. You have anything left you want to say or ask, get it in. I'm about to roll out. And one day, Mario, one day it's going to happen. I just got to keep putting in the work, and hope I get another opportunity this off season to get to some of those closed practices, give you guys that information you're yearning for. I hate that they don't let me use my phone, but I still get to experience that and tell you guys, you remember last time. Oh, yeah. I'll smoke the media over and over again, man. They can lie and be negative all they want. I was there. I saw in in person, and we knew the truth, and now they will bear witness as I continue to haunt their dreams. Dude, I really, he was one of my top fits because of, that 6'6", 6'7" size, and bro, he's a stud. And he has drop issues. These are things you can work on with kids. And I think that his freakish athleticism, his ability, we talked about it. If you can get him in a late round, hell yeah. But there's a lot of competition here. So I don't want to say that anybody's just a lock to make it, but I think he makes it because I really like him, and I think he's got a bright future. You don't want to, risk putting a kid like him on the practice squad, but you've got, spots, you've got Devontae and AJ, that's for sure. Beyond that, bro, I think Anaya Smith makes it. And other than that, dude, it's fair game, baby. So Paris Campbell, Devontae Parker, they're not locks to make this roster, dude. They got to beat out a young guy like Johnny Wilson. They've got to go up against Britton Covey. And you've got an ass load, dude. I mean, I wish I could sit here and tell you I remembered off the top of my head, but you got Austin Watkins. Hebert's gone. So you still, you know what? We have that graphic. Let's go find it. But there's like 27 wide receivers. No, not 27, but you've got AJ Brown and Smith. We know they're making it. I think Anaya Smith is your third guy. You've got Campbell, Parker, Johnny Wilson, Shaquan Davis, Joseph Nana, Britton Covey, Jacob Harris, and Austin Watkins. So, hey, you right there have 11 guys competing for maybe 5 spots. So I think Brown, Smith, Anaya Smith, Johnny Wilson, and then maybe one of those veteran guys like Campbell or Parker, if Covey is not needed, but maybe Covey and somebody else. Oh, we'll be breaking all of that down, especially in the next week here, because we've got OTAs coming up, and I'm going to talk about some of these battles that I am looking forward to. Holy, I was trying to scroll back to the bottom. My Lord, I always have to bring 642 graphics with me, but hopefully answer that question for you. Love Covey, you can't take a rest for any longer. Yeah, look, you better develop as a receiver. And hey, I'm hopeful for him. Go get it, young man. We'll see what you got this offseason, but you got to do more than punt returning. I can't wait either. I'm always ready to run through a wall, and I feel real good about the depth as well. And JP, my man, I appreciate you, dude. And look, just doing what I can for you guys. I'm glad you guys enjoy it so much. And I know that a bunch of the media enjoys it. They just never give me credit and take all of it. I see you guys talking about the cap today. John, my man, appreciate you tuning in, brother. Let's go. Dude, it's always nice to see you guys when it's live, but even when you guys are commenting after, I love it. Love it. Love it. And look, man, and I told you, I hope you do have my back because you're coming with me. So I think that if you guys have listened to my plan here, I want to do what I'm doing, but I want to do to the extreme. I want to interview players. I want to bring an educative purpose too with it, not just the dumb shit that we see from the media, always negative, always. And hey, buckaroo, like, I want to bring some fire, I want to bring some intelligence, I want to bring all the things that were lacking in the media here. So I just want to not only do that, but help the Eagles at the same time, whether that be behind the scenes with stuff, but also continue to do like videos. But it's like, I want to show you guys behind the scenes stuff. I want to show you stuff with like the players, with the management, with the staff, all over the place, man. I want to make it crazy, dude. I want to live and breathe the Philadelphia Eagles, and hope you guys are ready for a wild ride because it will come to fruition. Let's go, man. I can't wait for any of it. OTAs, all of it, dude. I love every second of it. And I don't, man. He's gonna definitely have a chance to compete in the final year of his rookie deal, but after that rookie deal, he could definitely be going. But, as we talked about all of those positions, hope you enjoyed all of that information. Cap space, schedule release is on Wednesday. We'll see what time I get done work. I know there'll be leaks and stuff throughout the day. I won't be able to talk to you till I get home, but we'll break down the schedule, talk about all that great stuff, who we're playing, what game you're going to, whatever it may be. We'll have a little record prediction. Way too early. Let's go. But I love each and every one of you. Cannot thank you enough for taking the time here tonight. You have any further questions, comments, you want to talk about something later, you can always comment when this video is done. I am always down to talk some birds. Your asses know it, you little sickos. But I hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day. Cannot thank you enough for tuning back in here to start the week. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to get that defense video out as quick as I possibly can. Some other things coming your way. We're going to get through this sicko season together. We'll have the countdown coming. Don't fear, baby. We're going to get through it all together. But I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. All I've got for you this evening, if you enjoyed the video, got anything from it, do me a favor, hit that like button. You could share it. You could subscribe down below. Anything is appreciated here. Thank you again. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!